Welcome back. I'm a long way from home again. A long way from home. I'm about 7 hours away from where I live. And this is where I've chosen to go for a little walk. It's a bit hilly, isn't it? What's that in the background? You see the windmill? That is a wind turbine. I've no idea where I'm going, or even if this is a path. Does this look like a path? Lots of gorse bush around here as well. Any clues yet? Sandy, hilly and gorse bushes. Ooh, the size of that. Could you see that? It's a massive beetle just wandering around as you do. Right, I'm up in Aberdeen this week. As I say, quite a long way from home. And it's getting a bit colder. I've still got my shorts on. But it was a bit sunnier today, but it's clouded over a little bit. But it's a nice day though still. I'm going to go and try and find a beach. I think there's one over these hills over here somewhere, but I don't know if there's much of a path to get to them. We'll soon figure out, see where we end up. I changed my channel name recently to The Work Traveller's World or something like that. Can't remember exactly. Because I do a lot of travelling for work. A hell of a lot of travelling. I'm away probably 90% of the time. I'm away from home. I'm kind of too far to be able to go and do a job and travel home, shall we say. So I have to travel away quite a bit. Sometimes it's just more convenient to stay away. Other times I have no choice, as you say. 7 hours away is quite a way, isn't it? I don't know if it's a path or a road or what. I don't know. Let's go and have a look. Sandy, isn't it? So yeah, so as I've said previously, I work in the IT sector. Although loosely put IT. I work with IT. I'm not an IT geek or anything like that. This is good. There's a road going down here, but it doesn't go anywhere. Fancy building the road here, then fencing it off. What's the point of that? There must be a way into there somewhere. I don't know where it goes. Looks nice and grassy up there though, doesn't it? Nice little lawn over there. Anyway, we'll find another way. So yeah, so I work in a sector where I do a lot of project work. So most of the time I'll leave on a Monday morning early, go and work away somewhere, come back on a Friday or a Thursday, that kind of thing. It's got a bit windy up here just now. Probably stay a bit windy as well, won't it? Do I just follow this road? I don't know. Yeah, let's follow the road. So I work away a couple of days at a time. And it gets on me wick, in all honesty. I'm classed as a travelling engineer, but some of us do more travel than others, if you know what I mean. And after a while it does begin to wear very thin. There's a novelty, of course, to it, where you go, you know, one of the best parts of it, and it's still a novelty in a way, is you get to see some interesting places. And you get to travel to places that most people don't get to travel to. I mean, some people come on holiday up here all the time, but I'm here every week. So it loses some of its charm to a certain degree. Some bits you enjoy, some bits you don't enjoy. But you've got to do what you've got to do to make a living, haven't you? I'd rather make a living closer to home, to be honest, because it's nice to see the family a bit more, isn't it? But this is part of the problem with being away all the time. You're on your own. You're not around people. And it gets a little bit lonely at times. Ooh. It's a proper sandy area, that. Let's keep going round here. I don't know if I can get up there. It's quiet enough. The long, lonely road ahead, look. It gets lonely being away a lot. If you're busy, you don't notice it so much. I'm on a project at the minute where I could be done sort of early mid-afternoon, starting at a reasonable time in the morning. And to be fair, it gives me time to walk around and do these videos, which is all well and good. Other days I can be working in the morning, working in an evening, like an evening shift as well. You know, sometimes I'm just working evenings, sometimes I'm just working days, sometimes I'm doing a bit of both. All depend. You tend to find that the further away you are and the more remote you are, you'll get people going, project managers going, I will get him to do a bit of my work while he's up there, sort of thing. So it's got its good bits, it's got its bad bits. As I say, the bad bits being away from home all the time, the good bits I see next places. But do you guys work away from home? Do you know how it feels when you're away all the time? Some people work in like a gang, don't they? And they go along and they're working with the same mates every week and they're staying in the same hotel as the mates. And it's kind of a bit more sociable, isn't it? I've seen it quite a few times where you get the guys who are all sort of together and they end up boozing all the money away, you know. They end up just getting rid of all the money, spending it on beer, going out during the week, eating out, that kind of thing. And it adds up. At least they've got the mates with them, haven't they? Whereas I don't have anybody with me. It's me on my own all the time. So yeah, so I work on these projects and it tends to be that you get set up on a project and they go, right, you're all kitted out, you've got all the gear coming every week, and you'll tend to follow the project. You'll stay with that project and you'll work at various locations in the country, because what's the point in training different people up every week to do what it is that you're already doing? It's pointless, isn't it? So they do all that and you tend to stay with the project. The last one I was on a few months back, I did about 4 months on it. I've done projects that last 8 months, and you tend to go around to all the various locations until the project's finished and go mop up any afterwards. Any bits of snags that you need to finish off. So that's what I do. I get a little bit bored of it a lot of the time. You know, it's the same thing week in, week out. You go away from home, and of course what you're missing at home is you're missing your family. You don't see your children grow up, you don't see the partner or wife or girlfriend or significant other, whichever way you want to call it, and you don't see them. And they get used to their own little crack at home, and then you go along and then all of a sudden you feel like a stranger because you feel like you're in the way. It can't be helped, and it happens. It's the same for most people, I think, that, you know, they get into a routine at home, then all of a sudden there's this strange bloke walks in on a weekend. Right, we've got a little fork in the road here. Weird landscape, isn't it? You've got fields over there and you've got sand. You've got a little road going up there. You've got more sand dunes there. Another little road there. I think I'll go up that one over there. But yeah, you do what you do to survive, don't you? And I suppose for a lot of people, if you work in an office and you're just sat there looking at the same four walls every day, you'd get a little bit bored, wouldn't you? What's going on here? Look at that. Looks like grass, proper grass seeds. Oh. Oh, I know what this is. I know what this is. I don't know if I should be on here. Let's have a look. I think I've stumbled across a golf course. I didn't mean to, but I didn't know they were here, you know? I stumbled up here by mistake. Look at that. Yep, I've definitely stumbled on a golf course. Best get back down, haven't we? Don't want to get hit by a golf ball along here. I think there's a way down over here. Let's go and have a look. Where's the road? Definitely saw a road. Yeah, because there's a road, but it's kind of disappearing. I don't know. I know what I've stumbled across. This is TRUMPS golf course. See if we can find a way down here. Let's go and have a look. See if we can find any golf balls as well while I'm at it. Can I get down here? Yes, I found the road again. That was a bit of a detour, wasn't it? Let's go and have a look over here then. I honestly didn't know what was going on to that. Now I'm in one of the big massive bunkers. But yeah, that was Donald Trump's controversial golf course in Aberdeen. I knew it was up there somewhere. I didn't know I was walking alongside it and into it, to be honest with you. There's a story. Donald Trump's golf course. I heard a podcast the other year, and basically he bullied his way into getting this golf course because, from what I gather, there's people who live around this area and they've all used this area for years for walking dogs. You know, it's common land and everything else. And what happened was Trump decided he was going to build a golf course up here, and it runs basically a couple of holes, and there's like 2 or 3 holes wide running all the way along the coast, so all the way along the coast. So it effectively cuts out the way to the sea, you know, to the beach beyond. So what it did, it obviously upset a load of people. people who lived around here for many years. They've passed houses down through generations and stuff. It's people who live up there, just kind of through. That's one of the main roads going up there, the A90 up to Peterhead. And people would use this land just to walk to the beach, the way they would always walk to it. But of course, Trump's bought this big slither along here, and it's kind of blocked off the access to the beach, and obviously he doesn't want people walking on it. As you can see, there's no electric fences, because I've managed to walk on it. He basically came along, decided he wanted it, he bullied the council, he bullied the police, he bullied the residents. So they were all upset about it. And you might remember, there was a protest many years ago. I don't know if you know Janie Godley. She was a Scottish comedian. Bless her, she died, I think last year, either earlier this year or late last year. And one of the famous things she did, she was at the protest and she hoisted a sign up there above her head that saying Trump is a CNUT, but you've got to jumble the letters. And it's a very famous picture, and it was one of the protests that they did. But that was all to do with this golf course behind me. And as you can see, the very nature of the fact that there's a golf course there means that everybody lost and Trump won. And he did it by bullying people. Whatever he wants, he gets. The more rich people are, the more famous people are, the more power they have, they get what they want. They can do whatever they like, whenever they want to do it. I keep walking around thinking that Secret Service agents are going to catch me up and confiscate my camera. But it's a shame that people, I mean, this is one of the beautiful parts of Aberdeenshire. Run along this coast here, all these sand dunes and gorse bushes and beaches, and obviously you've got all the wind turbines and sea there as well, just off the coast, which you might see in a bit. But yeah, he bullied them.